Halloween morning. A man in a hammer mask, armed with a semi-automatic assault rifle, showing up in front of a bank. The robbery seemed very random. The hammer didn't panic at all. He asked the clerk to fill his backpack with cash, and have the clerk call the police. The hammers quickly pulled off the heist. He walked out of the bank with his backpack full of cash. Police arrived at the scene soon after. The hammers are in no hurry to escape. Instead, he took his time and opened fire. Then throw away the money bag, hide behind a pillar and wait for the police to arrive. Detective Black arrived on the scene. He couldn't figure out why the robbers didn't run away. We need to get him arrested first. Facing a police roundup, it was as if the hammer had made up his mind, put on the mask again and rushed out. The cop on the other side looked dumb. It's not like you're getting yourself killed. The hammer took a random shot. I still don't like it. Just jumped right into the police car. Old Black took his chance and knocked him to the ground with 2 shots. The source of everything. Let's start with the armored car heist. Late night streets in Los Angeles. 4 armed bandits suddenly appeared next to the armored truck. They already figured it out. The escort's family background. He gave us his home address in detail. And family names. This makes the escorts afraid to move. These robbers aren't greedy either. Get as much cash as you can in 30 seconds. They've hit a number of them all over the country. All success has never failed. This time, there was a small accident. A patrol car was nearby just in time, blocking the traffic coming from the robbers. The sudden change disrupted the robbers' plans. They turned around and ran into a nearby garage, ready to grab a random car and get away.
Drop your keys!
That's a save. Matter. Just as the 4 robbers were about to drive away, more and more police cars have surrounded the place. A robber does as he pleases. Go straight ahead and strafe to clear the way for your partner. His partner couldn't stop him from firing. I had to help with the police car. At this time Senior Agent Old Cloth and partner arrived, but they only have officers with standard Glocks. They were helpless against the robber's assault rifle. Boo's partner got shot by the robbers. It was rendered useless on the spot. The robbers saw that the obstacle was almost cleared. Turn around and rejoin the others. Then another police car appeared. It soon became a hornet's nest. 3 of the 4 robbers were retired football players, flying private jets across the country. Left Los Angeles at first light and returned to New York. There's no businessman with multiple murders. Last night kind of blew up. I'm gonna be hunted all over the country by the FBI. Captain Mike blamed his teammates for being too impulsive. Teammate Ben was Mike's assistant coach on the football team. The two had an argument. The coach was so angry that he quit the team. Boo's partner got shot and luckily survived. Interim partner Black has been tracked down. The robbers last night fits the profile of a nationwide gang that's been around for a while, and we've tracked down their private jet. It belongs to a rich man named Wina. This Wina is an old acquaintance of Boo's. They crossed paths over a decade ago. At this time Wina, meeting with Mike, captain of the robbery team. Sure enough, they were right. Wina runs the business and offers the private jet. Mike leads robberies all over the country. Get out of here quickly and pay Wina a fee. We've worked together many times without incident except for last night. It got a little big. Wina introduced another business. Ask Mike if he wants to do it again. Although the team's coach left without a man, but Mike didn't think it was a problem. Accepted the task with great pleasure. Boo and Black came to New York. The case has been taken over by the FBI, but Boo wants revenge for his partner in the hospital. So I started an investigation with the old Black. He found Wina. Wina was the old man's incumbent more than a decade ago. Looks like they both have a complicated relationship. Faced with 2 questions. Of course Wina is clean. The next day Wina arrived at an auction. So this is the new mission for Team Mike. Stole $2.2 million worth of out-of-print soccer cards. The auction has begun. Security was naturally tight. All guests wear masks. And that gave Mike and his team an opportunity. The black sister of the team was already lurking in Wina's trunk. Enter according to flexible body type. Successfully entered the auction site. Mike disguised himself as a waiter. Got into the security room. All ready. When the star cards from the auction show up, Team Mac is on the move. Mike manipulated the power outage and the hall went dark. At this time, the black sister jumped from the 2nd floor with a mask. Before anyone could react, quickly stepped up and took the star card. Wina's already posing as a client to meet the black girl in the lobby. Quickly transferred the star card to Wina. Then the retreat followed as planned. Mike's showing black girl the way in the surveillance room. Although it did manage to escape the auction, but because the old black has long been eyeing Wina, keep an officer on him at all times. That's why the police quickly surrounded the auction. Eventually, Black sister did not get away and was arrested by the police on the spot. Mike can't control black girl and her family for a while. trial. The throttle left the scene. Police have sealed off the auction house. They didn't find the star card on the black girl. Then the card must still be here. Everyone must be frisked before they can leave. Winner already has the star card. But now I can't get away. So I took the opportunity to talk to my old husband. Inadvertently will card. It's got Boo's badge and ID in it. The police found no star cards on him. And there's no evidence linking him to the theft. Had to get Wina out of the auction house. Mike and Mike went back to camp. They know black girl doesn't sell out a teammate. So Mike got Winner on the phone. I want to talk to him about what to do. Wina said the star card was hidden in Boo's badge. Boo should have found out by now. Brought it back to the police office. Mike can't get paid again until he gets his star card. But just hung up the phone for a second. Team spotted someone outside. Caught off guard. The other team has taken down his teammate. Mike quickly began to fight back, taking down the enemy one by one with familiar terrain. Finally, the team ran out of bullets. He detonated the bomb planted at the entrance. Mike lifted the hood. One of them he knew was Wina's bodyguard. Looks like black girl got caught. Wina tried to kill them to clear his name. His teammate was already dead. Mike's the only one left on the team. In Mike's desperation, found the coach who was kicked off the team. Wina's trying to kill me now. Then you must be on his hit list, too. We have to strike back and take out Wina before it's too late. But Wina's villa is heavily guarded. It's almost impossible to get near him. The two men had an idea. When he spoke to Wina last night, Wina said he left the star card at the station. Boo's badge and ID. He's now being taken back to the police office. If we can get the star card, I can find an excuse to get paid to get close to Wina, and then wait to kill him. But how do you get into a police station and steal a star card? Then the coach had an idea. Tomorrow is Halloween. He's gonna rob a random bank. Get the police out in full force. At that time, Mike has easy access to the police office. And so came the opening scene. The coach stormed the bank, buying time to attract the police. When the police force is empty, Mike came to the police station alone. I didn't think Old Cloth had already discovered the star card, but it wasn't handed over to the government. Boo had seen through his scheme. Mike hasn't had a chance to look. He's got a gun to his head. Boo and Wina got help. 2. Boo killed a criminal back in the day. I've been held hostage by Win now. So he put Mike in the trunk, ready to take him to Wina. The two arrived outside Wina's villa. Old Boo put on Mike's hood. It means we're all after Wina. So the two began to work together to carry out a covert attack. One clear the bodyguards outside. It's all being watched by Wina through surveillance. Mike came to the door. He signaled that he was dropping off the star tower. Wina's on surveillance and all he sees is Boo attacking. Didn't know Mike was hooking up with Boo. So he had the bodyguard let Mike in. As soon as the bouncer opened the door, Mike rushed up and wrestled with him. Listened to the scuffle outside. Wina began to load the shotgun. By this time, Mike was already pinned down. He struggled to pick up the pistol from the ground. Finally shot the bodyguard. Wina was still at the door listening to the battle. Unexpectedly, the Old Cloth had touched the house. Wintake hurriedly ready to raise the gun. Blue fired 2 shots and killed him on the spot. At this point, the bodyguard has the upper hand, and he raised his gun on Mike. Good thing Boo showed up in time. Took Wina's shotgun and shot the bodyguard. The story of the last Old Cloth private action by the Old Black arrest. Mike was also arrested by the police.